bit about your journey as chef for Lowe's Foods.
Sure. So what happened at the beginning, we started a website called fixmyrecipe.com, and every day people were submitting recipes, and we were fixing them via video 5 days a week. Call out the people's name. Hey, Randy in Michigan, thanks for submitting this recipe. It's terrible. Here's how we're going to fix it. A lot of fun, because at that time we didn't have a sponsor, so we could say what we wanted. We were trying to localize our content, and we reached out to several television stations, and one in the Charlotte area said, we love this. We got the perfect sponsor. Drove straight to Winston-Salem, to Lowe's Foods, says, what do you think about this? Do you want to sponsor this? And the gal there just loved it, said, when can we start? So we officially kicked it off literally within a week of that happening. We were doing not recipe fixes like we were doing in the past, but more, hey, here's a recipe that we're going to fix up for you. Hope you enjoy it, etc. Really quick short form stuff. And then after the 3-month contract with the TV station, her name was Lisa from Lowe's. She kind of called me and said, hey, we love this. Let's do it full time. Forget the TV station. I want to send people to my website.
And you're like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, let me get back to you on that. Let me talk to everybody. No, we were honored and blessed to do it, and we've been doing it now for almost 4 years. So Lowe's Foods has been fantastic. Been fortunate enough to do a lot of stuff with them, getting more into their wine and beer vendors, which has been a lot of fun.
The local beer, it's
local beers,
exploded around here too.
Pinehurst Winery. I mean, we've been starting to do a lot of really great things, and never bad when you're making wine and food pairing videos. It can be brutal during it, but the after, it's all worth it because you're sipping on wine and eating great food.
Yeah, that's a tough life.
Yeah, brutal.
It is. So, what is your background as a chef?
Background as a chef, I always say it goes before my life even started. My grandparents were from Italy. My dad met my mom in a restaurant. He was a cook, she was the waitress.
Wow.
They obviously aren't in the restaurant industry anymore, but it all started there, and I was 13 years old when I got in the restaurant industry. My dad had a good Italian buddy who owned a spot in St. Louis, and he said, we need a dishwasher. And I'm thinking, cool money, 13, let's do it. So started washing dishes, and then I was 14 years old, kind of working the garde manger, the salad and desserts, and I was just wowed by it. My mom has a background in architectural design and interior design, so I get a lot of that artistic value from her, and I thought, wow, what a way to present art on a plate. How cool would this be? You know, my friends are, oh, we want to go to college to play football for this. What are you going to do? I was like, I want to go to culinary school at 15 years old. Everyone's like, what's that? I don't know.
Wow.
So I was fortunate enough to attend Scottsdale Culinary Institute 13 years ago, my lord, and graduated. And
here you are.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, you know, I did the chefing thing professionally in St. Louis for 4 years, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I actually went back to college and changed majors completely, you know, with video production, media, got a degree in communications and Spanish, and never thought I would touch anything with food again, and literally right out of college, Fix My Recipe happened. I was like, well, I can be in front of the camera, I can produce the shows, combining all worlds. Sally Mae loves me with all these college educations, let me tell you.
I bet. That is such a perfect marriage to have the video and media background, communications, and then to be a chef. It really is. And the fact, you know, you have that artistic flair as well. And what you've done at Lowe's Foods is great too. I mean, I personally love the local thing,
Yeah.
so I like that you are adding more and more local, and then the full circle line, which I discovered more and more products are actually included. Like the other day, I had no idea there was charcoal that was organic
Yeah.
and minimally packaged.
Full Circle is a fantastic company, and the great thing about North Carolina is the agriculture that we have here. You know, I mean, we can go to a local farmer's market, and everything is local, where some people aren't driving in from Iowa or the Midwest. I mean, it's all right here, and Lowe's does such a great job of, you know, maximizing the local produce, fellas, and getting all that great stuff in here, and to work with it is even more fun, especially in the summer months. I mean, gosh, winter is fantastic, don't get me wrong, I love the root vegetables, but the summer, there's just something about it.
Wait till those heirloom tomatoes, right?
I know, I can't wait. The tomatoes, the fresh corn, when everything starts popping up. And yeah, all our videos usually throughout the summertime are really heavily geared towards local produce, you know, and it's so great for the local economy. It tastes exactly the way it should. It was probably in the ground 2 days ago, and now it's on your kitchen table.
I know. I'm just really impressed that you've been including more and more. And a lot of people think, well, I can't buy local organic. It's just, you know, it's out of my price range. But the thing with Lowe's and also the Full Circle line is it looks like it's like 10 or 15% less than you would find at normal Whole Foods, not
Right.
Whole Foods, but normal locally sourced health food.
And I think a lot of that has to do with local produce. Is they're not shipping across the United States. You know, they're getting in a truck and driving 25 miles down the street to our distribution
Right.
centers, and that's a great way. And that's also why it is so cheap, though. But yeah, I think Lowe's does just a really fantastic job. I mean, with the local stuff, you rarely see grocery stores that partner with the local farmers the way they do, and it's nice to have that niche sort of market here, which is great.
Right, you get to spend a lot of time in North Carolina.
Oh, I love North Carolina. Yeah, you couldn't tell from the accent.
What's your comfort food?
Comfort food, I mean, it's actually sort of my cooking style. I call it comfort food with an elegant twist, I guess.
So it's not a bag of chips then?
No, it's not a bag of chips. It might be for an in-between meal. No, yeah, it's definitely. I don't go overly healthy. I'm certainly not dumping cream and butter and all my stuff either. I like to sort of be comforting.
To me, that's comfort. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
and
Mashed potatoes with cream and butter, you got it.
And there are occasions for that, but I'm very heavy in olive oil. I don't know if that's the Italian to me. I'm very
Yeah.
comfortable with that. I love the flavor it has to offer. It's actually a good fat for you. You know, it's not horrible. And it just, to me, olive oil goes great with everything. The extra virgin olive oil on your mashed potatoes with the cream and butter, I mean,
It
just adds
does.
that kick, and it's so great. But comfort food, I mean, I like everything. I don't have, I just do Latin food or I just do Asian food. I love all foods.
Italian food,
Italian, French, I mean, all basics of sort of fundamental cookery sort of stems from French cuisine, and you see that in almost every technique around the world.
So what are you going to do at the Southern Women's Cooking Show? What kind of a presentation?
Yes, so we've got 5 different demos. I want to do all of them completely different, so no one, if folks come back the next day, they're not seeing the same thing. So we have great rotisserie chickens at Lowe's Foods, but instead of eating them plain, I'm going to kick it up a little bit and take that a step further. I'll leave it as a surprise. Hopefully you'll join me. I have 2 easy breakfasts we're going to make. All this has to be done within 30 minutes, so I don't have a choice. It's going to be really fast. Another one is something I like to call carryover cooking, and it's taking something I've made for dinner, having some of those leftovers, and transferring it to something for lunch the next day, but completely different than the meal you ate the night before.
Right.
We've got, for the ladies of Southern Women's Show, we've got a tailgate thing I wanted to do, since this is I mean, we're surrounded by colleges here.
We are, and this is a great idea. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, as far as I know, and the girls that I used to hang out with college, like, we're sick of eating ribs and beef and all this stuff. He's like, why can't we have anything nice at these tailgates, you know? And you open up our grill, and there's a chicken with a beer in it. I mean, there's just so much fatty food. That's what guys like. So.
Beer can chicken, that's popular around
And
here.
it is, but I think I want to do something nice, so I have a really tasty salmon salad that I'm going to do with all local fresh produce. Be really, really simple. Yeah, and the last one, I'll bring out the Italian flair, and we'll do 2 simple pasta dishes.
Great.
Yeah.
Tiramisu on that?
No tiramisu, no dessert. I don't have enough time for that.
That's my specialty. One
Well-
day I'll give you some of mine.
Yeah, hand me over those recipes. I'm always
Yeah,
good for that.
I will. So that's great, and they can find all the recipes online, and hopefully they'll go see you in action.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of our recipes on lowesfoods.com. Every Wednesday, a new video comes up, and you'll see it right on the homepage. And usually 5 or 6 of those ingredients are geared right with the circular, so you'll find that they're on sale, which was the whole point of doing these once a week. And there's a little link below that video player. I think we have almost 300 recipe videos on there with written recipes tied along. We've got a little section for wine and food pairing, which is always great for entertaining. There's no reason to go to any other site. I mean, we've got you covered at lowesfoods.com.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Appreciate it.